Welcome to day 5 of the Advent calendar. Today you're going to need some weights for the legs, and then we'll do the other 4 exercises just with our own body weight. So the first exercise we're going to do are curtsy squats. So make sure you're all warmed up. So ideally after you've been for a little run or a walk or something like that, or just stand and just perhaps pause the video and do a little bit of a warm up for your legs. Okay, so you'll need your weight. We're going to make sure you've got enough space to step back and across. So with a curtsy squat, you take the weight into your front leg, keep your pelvis level, and then dip down, and then push into that front leg to bring you back up. So step back and down, and then push to stand back up. So just go from one side to the other, and you're kind of noticing the workload coming through your front leg. So perhaps for the first few, you might just need to take some shallow curtsy squats, and then as your legs warm up, you can start to go a bit deeper. So if you leave the work in the quadricep, the glutes, perhaps the inner thighs, and I am feeling my arms holding this weight. Ooh, watch the Christmas decorations. So if we work slow mindfully, if anything doesn't feel quite right, you can stop and just do a smaller range of movement. If all feels well, you can start to go a bit deeper, a bit slower, time under tension, one more each side. Well done. Okay, so pop your weight to the side, come and lie on your tummy. So work our back muscles. Option to keep the legs straight. Take your arms in an L shape. I'm going to bring my feet up, knees hip distance, and flex the feet. Start with your head, your arms, everything relaxed to the mat. Little bit of pubic bone pressure. Take a breath in, shoulder blades down your back, hover your upper body, neck nice and relaxed. Push your feet to the ceiling. So it's only a tiny lift of your knees, the lower third of your thigh. Inhale, exhale, hover. So with a little bit of pubic bone pressure, there should be minimum sensation and work into your low back. I can feel this mostly in my kind of mid back, and then if you draw your chin towards your throat, keep your eyes looking down, make sure the head isn't looking forward, and you're lifting the weight of your head, guiding your chin back towards your throat. Feeling your mid and upper back. I can feel my glutes. Hold the next one. Take a few breaths, perhaps pulse the legs, pushing the heels to the ceiling. And as you push your heels to the ceiling, just apply a little bit more pubic bone pressure. So really feel that into your bottom muscles. Opening up the fronts of your hips. Take a couple more of those. And then place your hands down, sit yourself back for a moment in child's pose. And then we're going to come onto the back and we'll do hundreds. Hundreds is a typical Pilates exercise. You can do this with 1 foot down, 1 foot up, and then change. Once you've done 50 beats, you can do both legs in tabletop. I quite like to have my inner feet connected if I'm working in tabletop. You can lift your head, neck and chest. You can pop your head down at any time. So check you've still got your neutral spine. If the neck gets a torsal, just hold with one hand and you can carry on beating with the other hand. So reaching your fingertips to the end of your mat to help with your lift of your upper body. Neutral spine. Squeeze the inner feet together, extend the legs, breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out. In and out. Legs nice and strong. Inhale and out. Lift your upper body. Inhale and out. Strong legs, strong tummy. 50 more. And exhale. Strong arms. Inhaling and exhaling. Squeeze the inner feet together. Inhale and exhale. Get your adductors working. 2 more. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And hug your knees in towards your chest. Whew. Come and lie on your side, underneath arm extended. You have a little pillow here if needed. So your heels are in line with your bottom. Find your little mouse hole here, your underneath waist lifted. Make sure the spine feels long but your ribs aren't flaring. I'm going to flex the foot again, keeping the top knee bent, and then push your top knee to the wall behind you. What you're looking for here is a slight tucking under of the pelvis in opposition to your foot pressing back. So I can feel a bit of a stretch sensation at the front of my hip and a good connection with my bottom muscles at the back. So once you've got that, you can place your hand down for balance. Try and find a nice kind of push and release with the top leg. So you're feeling that stretch, you're creating energy in the elasticity of the muscles, and then you're looking for kind of a natural recoil. So the distance between your belly button and your pubic bone stays the same, rib cage stays the same, therefore your low back staying still, and this is all coming from your hip joint. Push back and then hold the pressing back and pulse. So really trying to find stretch and strength. Little pulses, tuck the pelvis under in opposition, it's very subtle. And then release. Let's go over to the other side. So your knees are bent, feet, knees stacked, underneath arm extended, pillow if needed here. Find your waist, take your time to set yourself up. So your top hip and your underneath hip are stacked. Flex your top foot. So slow to start with. See if you can find a stretch response here. Hips slightly tuck under and a connection with your bottom muscles at the back. Place your hand on your bum if that helps. Perhaps for a few, deliberately squeeze your bottom muscles. So pubic bone to belly button, so there's no movement in the low back. Squeeze your glute, squeeze your glute, squeeze your glute, and then pulse, and pulse, and pulse, and pulse, and pulse. In opposition, you're shortening here, you're lengthening here, strengthening here. Use your ankle weights. Ankle weights are quite good if you've got any ankle weights. Lovely. And then you're going to roll onto your tummy. Last one today. Tuck toes under. Well, actually, let's keep the feet flat to start with. Get your elbows in, so they're not too wide, not too far forward. And we'll do some rolling elbow planks. So inhale, let your chest rise, chin back towards your throat, shoulder blades down. Nice long, slow exhale, push into your forearms, round your upper body, let the pelvis rise, tuck the hips under slightly, feel into your tummy muscles, and then inhale, slowly release. At the top here, pull the chest forward into a nice sphinx. So the chin stays back towards the throat the whole time. So roll up into a half elbow plank. Feel the bite in the tummy muscles. Inhale, slowly release the muscles, and then come into a nice bit of mobility work in your upper mid back. So rolling, almost like you're doing a kind of cat and cow. So cow here, and then tuck under for your cat, rounding ever so slightly into your low back, coming into spinal extension at the top, and then tuck toes under, roll up, lift the knees if that feels available to you, and then untuck the toes as you roll back. Tuck the toes under when you roll to the knees, lift the knees, and then rolling forward. Okay, we're going to come up and stay up on the knees and then drop your hips right to left. Feel the bite in the waist muscles. If that's enough for you, stay there. If you're happy to, tuck your toes under. Push the floor away, chin towards your throat. And find your hip dips in a full elbow plank. Let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the knees in, perhaps take another child's pose, perhaps a little cat and cow. And there you go for day 5. Feel free to repeat another once or twice through. And you've got a good little workout there. See you tomorrow. Bye.